Hi guys, how are you doing? This is Sebastian from techcentury and welcome to my full review of the Rapoo E9090P wireless ultra slim illuminated keyboard with touchpad. So let's get started after the intro. Now the name is already a mouthful, but it's quite a great keyboard, so I'm very happy that I can share my full review with you guys today. Now to start off, let's take a look at the price and availability for this keyboard. In the US, you can currently purchase it from NCIX US for $69.99 with free shipping. Here in Germany, unfortunately, we have to pay more. Currently, the best price is $89.99. Of course, that's yours from MediaMarkt, but of course, these prices can change, so it's always good to compare prices and find the best deal on this keyboard. Now continuing with the design and build quality, I have to say I was very impressed. I think the design is overall very clean and elegant. I really like the aluminum construction as well. It's very solid, there's no flexing or bending, which you'll see in a lot of keyboard. So the design and build quality is certainly one of the best that I've ever seen on a keyboard. Now next up, looking at compatibility, unfortunately this keyboard only fully supports Windows 8. So especially all the multi-touch gestures, and then on top of that, the function keys, for example, for media control and quick shortcuts, only work on Windows 8. Now the keyboard and the trackpad itself still work also on macOS or Windows 7, but then again, you can't use the multi-touch gestures as well as also the function keys, so that's a limitation. That's really unfortunate. So if you want to get the best out of the keyboard, you definitely have to run Windows 8. So that's certainly something that you have to be aware of. Now continuing with the actual quality of the keyboard, I have to say I was very impressed. There's no flex whatsoever, so that's great to see and a big plus in my opinion. We have scissor keys, which are actually the same kind of keys that you would also find, for example, on the MacBooks or the Apple wireless keyboard. So that's a big plus as well. And overall, just very comfortable also for writing longer documents. And on top of that, we also have a backlight in 2 levels, a white backlight, which is just great if you actually use the keyboard at night. So that's a big plus as well. Now next up, taking a look at the trackpad, I have to say I was very impressed. Once again, the surface feels great, the texture is just amazing, and we also have a very nice size for the trackpad, so it's not too small. And on top of that, we also have a ton of multi-touch gestures, especially in Windows 8, and we also get a software from Rapoo where you can actually configure these gestures to your liking, which is great to see as well. Now one really nice extra here with the E9090P, which I've never seen before on any keyboard, is that we actually have wireless charging. So yes, you heard me right, we have wireless charging on a keyboard. So basically there's what seems like a little dock included that just connects to micro USB, and then you can basically just put the keyboard on top of it and it charges absolutely effortlessly. So that's a great solution. And basically every time you can just leave the computer, you just put it on the dock to charge it and you're ready to go. So that's a very easy and comfortable solution and you don't have to bother with batteries. Now, of course, before we get to my verdict, there's also time for a little bit of criticism or things that I would like to see improved. First off, of course, the Windows 8 support. I would really love to see a full support for this keyboard also on Windows 7. And of course, best would be if it's also supported on macOS, because I think it's just a great keyboard that would also match the Macs quite well. Now on top of that, we unfortunately don't have a click here on the trackpad, so you basically just tap to click, and that works quite well most of the time, but I would have still preferred the ability to just click down the trackpad entirely, like you would find it on most notebooks, for example. But now let's actually get to my verdict of the E9090P, and I have to say overall I was very impressed with the keyboard. It's quite amazing with a great touchpad and gestures for Windows 8, and also of course for basic mouse controls here with the trackpad. For example, if you want to use it to control your home theater media PC, then I think it's actually quite a great solution to just use this keyboard on the couch. Now, if you want to use this as your regular keyboard in front of your PC, I would still recommend that you use a separate mouse just for things like drag and drop files, because that's way easier if you actually have a physical click. But just for basic controls and gestures, the trackpad is amazing here on the E9090P. And of course, the wireless charging is a great extra feature that again, I've never seen before. So I'm very impressed and I can just highly recommend the E9090P. A big thanks has to go out to Rapoo for actually providing me with this keyboard for review. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section down below and I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you very much for watching my review. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for many more reviews in the future. Thanks again. See you next time.